My friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. We are officially less than 2 weeks away from Wrestlemania 41. So what are you most excited about? What match are you most excited about to watch, to see, to witness at Wrestlemania 41? And are you expecting any last-minute surprises, any last-minute additions, returns, things that might just blow your mind? We know that KO is out at WrestleMania 41 because of his neck injury. Again, best wishes to him and his recovery. We will talk about KO a little bit later in this show. But Randy Orton now has a surprise opponent at WrestleMania. Some people think it's going to be Aleister Black. There's rumors about Rusev. There's also rumors about Sami Zayn. I'm leading towards a re-debut of Aleister Black and Aleister Black beating Randy Orton to re-debut and reintroduce him to WWE. But are you expecting anything else potentially? Brock Lesnar, we saw over the weekend that he had an interaction with a fan and that he's told that fan that he's officially done. He's retired from WWE. Now, do you believe that? Sure, potentially. Could he still come back? Sure, potentially. But it doesn't look like we will be seeing Brock Lesnar anytime soon in WWE unless that was just a facade and they were working us and all of these sorts of things. But I really don't think that to be true. Brock Lesnar just saw a fan asked him a question, and Brock Lesnar gave him an honest, legit answer of, no, I'm done. I'm retired from WWE. Maybe there'll be a huge deal for him. Maybe there won't be. Maybe this is the last we ever see and hear of Brock Lesnar in relationship to WWE. But no matter what you feel about him personally or what he's done or whatever the case may be, he is one of the best WWE superstars of all time. Just everything about him was unique and powerful and intense. He was the epitome of, the beast. And so, we should give people their flowers for their professional accolades in WWE, like Brock Lesnar. But he says he's retired. Will he be retired? I don't know. Who knows? That's just what is being said right now on the internet. But are you expecting any other surprises moving towards WrestleMania 41? We know the favor now with Paul Heyman and CM Punk. We haven't seen The Rock since the Elimination Chamber. Will he show up anytime soon before WrestleMania 41? Will he be at WrestleMania 41? Will he help John Cena win the title? What's going to happen there? There's a lot of moving pieces with that. Will someone join Team Rock and Team Cena on their way to own WWE and TKO and everything about it? Will Cody Rhodes retain? Most likely not. It's going to be John Cena's night at WrestleMania 41. And so we're less than 2 weeks away. We have a Raw, we have a SmackDown, and a few more of those that will sort of push everything towards WrestleMania 41 that will get you as excited as possible. So if you are a wrestling fan, this is your time to be excited. Remove the criticism, get rid of the hatred, get rid of all this shit sucks, it's terrible, I hate it. Just watch it with clear, fresh eyes like you would when you were 12, 13, and just fall in love with the product. And I guarantee you'll enjoy it that much more. And speaking of those sort of dream matches that we want to see, we might be witnessing, the tail end of The Rock's career. He had an absolutely 45-minute banger tag team match at WrestleMania 40. He can still go just a little bit. I don't predict him doing this sort of farewell year-long tour like John Cena, but I think there's 2 matches, as Cody Rhodes stated, that we want to see The Rock have before he officially hangs up those wrestling boots. And he comes back every so often, so he never really announces his retirement, or maybe he won't ever announce his retirement like John Cena is doing or like Brock Lesnar did with the fan. But he has 2 more matches, I think, that are really important to have and to sort of solidify his career. One being with Cody Rhodes. Doesn't need to be at WrestleMania. I think that's a huge match for a SummerSlam, maybe for a Royal Rumble, right? But I think the one that has to happen at WrestleMania is his match versus Roman Reigns. I think that has to happen at WrestleMania 42 next year. Doesn't have to be for the strap. Roman Reigns doesn't need the strap anymore. Literally, people are talking about him being one of the greatest of all time ever. That's Roman Reigns. Doesn't need the strap, but definitely needs an intense, powerful, heated feud with The Rock where they have a match at WrestleMania, and it is sort of like this passing of the torch type moment. And, maybe they shake hands afterwards, there's a big hug, and then The Rock goes off into the sunset, and then maybe comes back every once in a while, maybe comes back for a Hall of Fame induction, and then gets inducted into the Hall of Fame, maybe comes back for a speech, or one of his matches gets put into an immortal moment or whatever the case may be. But we have to have. You cannot leave it without having a Rock Roman Reigns match. Now, I do think also maybe not as equally as important or as equally massive in terms of the spectacle and the reason why you should have that match. But The Rock versus Cody Rhodes, there's a lot of history there now with him turning John Cena into a heel, joining forces together to try and destroy Cody Rhodes and win that championship at WrestleMania 41 to try and take his soul. There's a potential that could lead to a match with Cody Rhodes and The Rock at SummerSlam. Maybe John Cena wins the title. Cody Rhodes is just upset. He doesn't know what to do, and so he goes after The Rock. They have a match at WrestleMania. John Cena has a different opponent or feud for his title. Maybe it's Randy Orton. Maybe it's CM Punk. Maybe it is Roman Reigns. But then we see the clash between Cody Rhodes and The Rock. John Cena moves on to something else, and then again, at WrestleMania 42, we see that final clash between The Rock and Roman Reigns, which I think we absolutely 100% need. But again, we're only 12 days, less than 12 days away, or 12 days away, less than 2 weeks away from WrestleMania 41. So we'll see how it shakes out, where The Rock has involvement in this John Cena Cody Rhodes match, what he sets up, and maybe what might happen in the future for him to have these very, very last two potentially matches of his whole career. He could have way more. He could have way more than two matches, but I think these two are the ones that we absolutely 100% need before he really, goes away and, does whatever he does. And so the last thing I wanted to discuss was the dirt sheets. The dirt sheets. Say that 3 or 4 times fast. Dirt sheets. I can't do it. Anyways, I mentioned KO. We know that he's out with a neck injury, and he recently went on a podcast to discuss, some things in his life and the injury, all this sorts of stuff. And he mentioned that he was quite upset that the dirt sheets leaked that he was injured before he could tell the fans himself. And I think that's a really powerful statement. KO just seems like, regardless of sort of the antics and the dastardly stuff he does in the ring, overall, he just seems like a really good guy who just loves being a professional wrestler, loves being a father, and loves being a husband. Like, how could you not appreciate that about him? And that's 100% fact. And he was just upset that the dirt sheets released the information and leaked the information about his injury before he could do it himself. And I think that's really important for dirt sheets to understand moving forward. You're allowed to do whatever you want. You're allowed to leak whatever information you want, especially if you get it directly from WWE and they kind of want you feeding out this false narrative, and then they do the exact opposite. There are all those things that can happen inside the pro wrestling environment that create a work, that create buzz, that create whatever it is. But when it comes to someone's legit real injury that's going to alter their career, their life, their family, their money, everything, then I think you should really let that person step out into the ring or make a post or whatever the case may be. Whatever comes from them directly should be the first we hear of the injury. Because as wrestling fans, we're always very suspicious and skeptical about this and that, and we don't want to feel suspicious or skeptical about someone's life-altering, potentially career-ending injury. We want to just, oh my God, horrible news. We pray for you, KO. Speedy recovery. Best wishes. God bless. Not that there's these weird dirt sheet rumors, and is it a rumor? Is it true? Is it really true? Is it not true? Is it this? Is it that? Blah, 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 blah. No, we just want to fall in love with that thing, know that it's real, know that it's true because it came directly from the source of the wrestler who has the injury, whether it's on a tweet, a post, or live in front of the audience. And I think that is a realistic ask from the dirt sheets. I think the dirt sheets can do a better job, and it's just real people running those accounts. So it's not like they don't have the power to stop the post or hold the thing or whatever the case may be until after the actual official announcement from the wrestler. And now, maybe they won't do it. Maybe they enjoy the clicks and the attention they get from these types of announcements. But I think KO has a point, and I think realistically, these dirt sheets could do it, and it would just actually make the wrestlers feel better about announcing their injury and going away from a while because they can speak directly to their fan base and the WWE universe, and I think that's really important. So maybe take that into consideration, dirt sheets, wherever you are, whoever you are, hiding in the shadows, whatever you do, maybe take that into consideration as it was spoken directly from KO's mouth. But I think that's all I have for you today. Make sure you watch Monday Night Raw or whatever. Just get excited. Just get excited about WrestleMania 41. Again, we love wrestling. Why not enjoy every single moment we get to watch it and just fall in love with the stories and the characters and the matches? And it's a beautiful thing. So comment below what you're looking forward to when it comes to WrestleMania 41. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share with every single professional wrestling fan you know on the planet. And I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.